go through the yatra, the way we did at the start of the yatra, we will do a quick mind map of what we went through, because we want to establish, there may be stories, there may be discomforts, there may be inconveniences, but we want to establish the right things so that your mind feels elevated, the mind feels enriched, the mind always feels in a happy place, right? That's exactly what we want. Of course, there are lessons learned, there are learnings that are there from a logistics standpoint, from a organizing standpoint, all of that. Keep that aside for the time being. Just look at the experience of it and see what we are picking up from the experience. So we started off the yatra at Kashi, those who had come to Kashi. We had the dip in the Ganga, we had a boat ride. Those who did not come to Kashi, just visualize that you had a boat ride, you had a dip in the Kashi. You were with us. We visited temples, Vishwanath's temple, we visited Kala Bhairava. Some of us did, some of us did not. But still, you can build these things in your mind, because what you imagine is what is your reality. And it's always our responsibility to imagine and visualize the right things. So we have that, and then from Kashi, we move on to Prayag. When we came to Prayag, it was the hottest day in India. It was recorded as the hottest, the place where it was the most hottest in India. But yet, we did not deter. We said we will still go with our plans. We went into the Triveni Sangam. We took the dip. We completely drenched ourselves there. In fact, we enjoyed being inside the water there. We had fun. It was a nice experience. Although it was hot, it was very refreshing being in the water. We played, we frolicked, we had fun. We spent some time at Prayag, right in the middle of the day, right when the sun was scorching hot. We didn't give a care. We were in the waters and we were having fun. So as we did that, then we came out. Many of us just let the clothes dry on their own because of the heat of the sun. We said let the clothes dry by themselves. We let that be. We just got into the boat. We head back. From Prayag that evening, we went to Ayodhya. We took a bus. On the way, we stopped, we had dinner. Little Akshaya fell a little ill, but that was okay. She got better. As we went to Ayodhya, it was quite late in the night. But when we checked into the hotel, there was a huge sigh of relief because the hotel was very nice. Right? Although the check-in process was lengthy, the hotel was very nice. So we said, let us all sleep off a little bit. So we went into the hotel, slept off that night. And the next day, we were all very excited to go and see Hanuman and see Ram Lalla. So a few of us, we went off in the morning. We went to Hanuman Gadi. It was extremely crowded, it was very sunny, there was very little shade, the feet was burning, but we all sang songs of Rama, songs of Hanuman, songs of Krishna. We were chanting their names and just pushing through the crowd. And somehow when we reached Hanuman, we felt that the ordeal was worth it. It was not as bad as we thought it would be. Now you're standing right in front of the Hanuman Gadi Hanuman. A beautiful Sindoor Hanuman with his eyes wide open looking at us. And the resounding sound of Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Bajrang Bali. We just walked around. We saw a small place where there were people sitting and doing kirtan. And as we have this beautiful experience, we walk down from Hanuman Gadi and we go into Ram Lalla. So those who came to visit Ram Lalla separately, they have their own experience of going and seeing Ram. The ones who came earlier, we went in, we were queuing up, we went through the scorching heat again. Anjali had little difficulty in breathing, but again she got better. And we saw Ram standing there. The experience of Ram, you must hear it from Shravan Krishna, how beautiful it was. The black dark-colored statue with beautiful garlands adorned on him. And as we saw Ram Lalla, again we felt all the ordeal was worth it. All the pain and the struggles and the heat and the tortures of the sun, the sweat. And we came out, we rushed out of the temple. We wanted to get back to the hotel. We all came back, then prepared ourselves for the next yatra, which was to Vrindavan. So it was an exciting time at Ayodhya. We packed food. We took to the train station. We realized we came to the train station at least 4 hours in advance. The train was delayed by 2 hours. And we had an unexpected time and satsang and chit-chatting and laughing and maybe feeling exhausted and drained. All of that at the train station at Ayodhya. And now once again when the train came in, there was a huge sense of relief. And how swiftly we got all our luggages into the train. Quickly packed them in. I was sitting inside the train, one large family. We practically usurped the whole compartment. The whole bogie was ours pretty much. We were laughing. We didn't let others sleep for a while. But we were having fun. We were singing songs. And then we slept off. And in the morning we woke up and we had our chants, Vishnu Sahasranamam. So we did several other chants, Sudarshana Ashtakam. We chanted as loudly as we could, Venkateshwara Suprabhatam. There was no inhibition. We didn't care about anybody there. We just said, we're going to have fun. We're just going to sing God's names, do our chants. And then we arrived into Agra station. And we had planned our exit so spectacularly precise. In 45 seconds, all the luggage was out, including us. Probably we had set a new world record there. About 60 boxes, 60 luggage pieces came out in less than 45 seconds. And then we were all excited to now go into Vrindavan. But just at that time, my Periyamma fell ill. And then everybody surrounded, and Sri Ram was there helping her out, trying to bring her back to her normal senses. And there was a bit of a respite. We then drove down, and as we were going towards Vrindavan, we stopped at a place to have a breakfast. We were all famished. We didn't mind what was given to us to eat. We were so hungry. And then again, Periyamma had another bout. And then there was an ambulance that was brought and she was taken away. We all prayed Om Namo Narayana. We chanted, the kids chanted, adults, all of them chanted Om Namo Narayana so loudly in that dhaba. Maybe that dhaba has never experienced that kind of a chanting and satsang before. but it was beautiful. We made that possible. See, this is the power. We can transform. Each one of us have the power to transform the space that you are in. So we just came together and organically we all started chanting. We chanted it for Periyamma, but we chanted. It didn't matter for what purpose, but we chanted, and the sound reverberated in that space for at least 30, 40, 50 minutes. We charged up the place. While we had to end up paying him, but we charged up the place and we left. Then we came to Vrindavan. Now, don't worry about the sequence of things. Let the mind just go where the words take you. At Vrindavan, we went into Nidhivan, and those were memorable walks down the streets of Vrindavan. We were singing out Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Krishna. We were just shouting at the top of our voices. And as I said the other day, in abandonment, we didn't care about anybody, anything. There was no sense of shame. Do I know to sing? Do I know to say the right words? We didn't care. We just kept shouting Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Krishna. We went down the streets, and this is exactly how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and so many other saints would have done, and even gopis during the time of Krishna would have done. We walked down, we went to Nidhivan, where there is Ras Leela that happens every night. All the trees become gopikas. We walked around that beautiful place where Swami Haridas had devoted his whole life, who was one of the Sakhis of Krishna, born again. That place was reverberating with Radha and Krishna's pastimes, Krishna and the Gopikas' pastimes. We heard many interesting stories about how Krishna vanishes in one place and appears here, and how Ras happens every night. With that sense of awe, we walked out of Nidhivan. We visited Vrindavan Vihari, who is the 5,000-year-old idol of the Lord, and the name of the place was because of him. And we finished Vrindavan Vihari, we came out. We wanted to go to Prem Mandir. Some could make it, some could not. But just visualize those who had been to Prem Mandir, you went in, you saw all those beautiful statues depicting the stories of life of Krishna. And all of that, we enjoyed that, we felt so beautiful. Those who went to ISKCON, you saw Radhe, Krishna, Balrama, Puri of Jagannath of Puri, you saw there in ISKCON. You saw all of this, and we came out. The next day we went to Mathura, where Krishna was born. We went through the jail, the prison where he was born. We walked on. We got time, fortunately, to sit down and have satsang for the first time during this yatra at the Mathura temple. We spent some beautiful time chanting, singing. And then we walked out of Mathura. We come back to Vrindavan. We pack our stuff. Kavita gets us curd rice for the next day travel. For night travel, we traveled over the night into where we are right now, Kurukshetra. It was a long ride. And when we arrived into Kurukshetra, we slept in this beautiful hotel. The next morning we wake up. We visit two beautiful places. One is the place where Krishna got the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna gave the Bhagavad Gita to the whole world. The 700 verses where he delivered this to humanity. And the Vishwarupa Darshanam of Lord Krishna. We witnessed, we sat, we chanted Bhagavad Gita. While in the bus, we kept chanting Bhagavad Gita. Some of us chanted the whole Bhagavad Gita for the first time, the 18 chapters. So remember this is important. Because this is what, as we remind ourselves of these things, they become solid foundations within us to work our way up through this. And then from there we went to Bhishma Sthal, where he was on the bed of arrows, where he received his Vishwarupa Darshana and he chanted the Vishnu Sahasranama. We also chanted Vishnu Sahasranama, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and then spent some time in satsang and finished our yatra there and came back and had a relaxing meal. Now this whole yatra is within you. Now what happens on the outside, what happened on the outside is for you to decide what you want to carry it in the inside. You may want to carry the pains, you may want to carry the displeasures, or you can carry the joys of running in the streets of Vrindavan singing Radhe Radhe, or seeing Ram Lalla, or being in Mathura, or being in Kurukshetra. We can carry these joys within us. This is our inner yatra. This remembrance, this reminder will constantly enrich ourselves, bring that transformation slowly within us, bring us closer to that which we refer to as divinity, consciousness, Brahman, Satyam, truth, whatever, by whatever name. It brings us closer to that every day. The imprint of this yatra in your minds and your hearts should stay much longer than the pains of the body or the discomforts of the body. May this yatra bring us closer to ourselves, bring us closer to what we truly are seeking, and enrich our lives, make it joyful, because joy always comes from within. Intoxication comes from within, not from the outside. In intoxication, no pain is felt. There is no suffering. So let us be like Haridas, like Ramdas, be intoxicated in the name of Rama and Krishna, and ever experience the joy through our life, which is in itself a yatra. May the small yatras give us the strength and courage to take our life into a beautiful yatra. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asato ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. बोलो कन्हैया लाल की जय। राधे राधे। जय श्री राम।